A scroll from the Lich is... No, I don't recall this.
Okay. Okay, okay, never mind then.
I can look through all the handouts, but I'm not sure which one you're referring to.
Let me see. Yeah, admittedly, it hasn't come up since then. But, okay. My idea was if you had been studying the scroll, by now I think you probably would have been able to copy it into your spell book.
I see. Well, I don't even remember it. So I would say let's...
Alright.
If there's a reminder that, oh, I have this thing, we can start studying it now, and then later on.
Right. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Adrian, you just before you drift off to sleep, a ghostly figure of the Lich is going to loom up out of the darkness, and say in a whisper to you that you have my scroll. If you want to learn even more secrets of darkness, come and find me. And then it will vanish back into the shadows.
Okay. That seems reasonable. Well, insofar as I see it standing there. I will be paralyzed. I am suffering from sleep paralysis at this point.
Okay.
But the memory of it will be quite vivid the next morning.
Alright.
Or given that we're in a sewer, the next whenever we wake up.
Yeah, right. Hi, Phoenix.
Hey folks, sorry I was a bit late. I sent the message and then forgot to check it. I was kind of called away.
I guess we're still waiting for Johan to get here, but let's see. Actually, I had ideas for Johan, but we might be able to start without him at the moment. I'm gonna clear away these bodies because they are dead. Okay, so you guys were camping out in the sewers in this little dugout tunnel area, keeping watch as everybody kind of got some rest and ate some food and tried to regain some health here. And you guys had yet to determine a watch order. So, I think there probably need to be 3 shifts or so. So, who would like to take first, second? I kind of want Johan to be there. So, who wants to take the first watch here?
Corvus will take first.
Oh, okay, cool. Alright, Corvus, make a take watch move here as you keep a lookout for danger approaching. Okay. Alright. Oh boy. Okay.
I'm not really looking
Way
for
to
anything.
set the tone for the rest of the.
After all, last session I asked my spear if we were going to be safe, and it said yes, so... You know.
But you got a very bad roll on that, so it might not have been accurate.
Yeah, but in character I don't know that.
Right. So yeah, you're just I guess you're keeping kind of a lazy eye out. As you kind of lean back and relax, you start to out of the corner of your eye catch little motions, and in everyone's packs there will be things wriggling around. As you peer closer, you'll see a little rat head poke out of one of the person's knapsacks, and then dart back in and nibble around and what do you do?
So... Sorry, there's something moving around in our...
Yes. Everyone's pack has been invaded by rats. So they're squirming around in there and eating food.
Well, that's unpleasant. I shake Phoenix awake and ask him if he has anything that can deal with rats. You know, some magic pipe.
Kind of slowly wakes up. Rats? Well, this is a sewer. There's going to be rats over it. And then he kind of notices all the rats and everybody's... yeah. Trouble is... He kind of looks to the others that are still sleeping. It's not exactly going to be quiet. But sure, I can try and convince the rats to go drown themselves in a river or something. Give me a second or two to try and compose something. And he sits, ponders for a moment or two, kind of writes a couple of things, scratches them out, decides that's not quite there. We sat in a poor sewer. He starts to tap along. We sat in a poor sewer. On bony ground and poor. We were awakened by some rats. They came upon us on the flats. We lead them to the river pure to drown away their terror sure. It's not my best, but these are just rats. I'm sure they'll listen. Otherwise, you just have to miss them.
Yeah, rats are not known for their sophisticated poetic criticism.
You'd be surprised. There is a reason, after all, that they say that you're taking the rat's piss. But Nonetheless, I'll do my best. I think that'll be enough to lead the rats away to go drown themselves.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, your amazing poetry insults the rats so much that they scatter away back into their shadowy holes. Some of them are so fat that they have to roll along the tunnels, but they do eventually scatter away into the darkness.
Alright, Corvus, we're going to count this as you owing me one. Next time I'm in town, you buy me a drink, because you should have stopped those rats getting near us if you were on watch. Night, I'm going back to bed. And yeah, Phoenix settles back down after kind of making sure that he gets a nod from Corvus that the next round's on him. And settles down to nap until it's his turn.
So everybody has 3 less rations than what they had to start with at this session. So it's looking pretty grim with them rats running away with your food. Okay. Who is next on watch here?
I guess it would be me, because I'll be waking up not too likely, grumbling a bit about lack of sleep.
Alrighty.
So taking what? Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. Cool. Alright, you hear a scream from back the way that you guys came. That is cut off after.
Alright guys, everybody up. Phoenix will call quite briskly to everybody around, not necessarily loudly, but of a particular pitch that is difficult to ignore, kind of move to shake them awake. I'm not investigating that solo. That definitely sounds like something the group's going to want to take a look at, however.
Alrighty.
Come on, sleeping beauties can sleep later. You're all quite... well, there's only so much sleep can do after all. Wakey wake.
Yep. Struggling awake. Having just had a vision of deathly things haunting.
Us elves need our sleep, you know.
Beauty rest. Yes.
Sorry guys, but we seem to have a screen back there. Phoenix kind of gestures in that direction. If we're going to take a look, we might want to break the camp entirely to investigate. But whatever it was, it sure sounded pretty fair.
Alright, at some point, Adrian manages to wake up fully. And prepare a little. Well,
Where'd the screen?
From down this... Oh, sorry.
Somewhere back the way that you guys came.
oops, sorry.
I'm guessing it outside of where the torches would be burning for our watch, yeah.
Yes.
Alright, well, I will walk out of the light of the torches and start creeping towards where I'm told the scream came from, trying to and let the others follow.
Alrighty.
Sorry, who was the eye there? Was it Corvus or
Yeah.
Adrian?
Corvus is, I'm pretty sure, the sneakiest person in the group, so with the possible exception of our dubiously
Yeah. All right.
Alrighty. By the way, this guy right here, the thief-looking guy, is one of the hired thieves that you guys picked up from the Thieves Guild. Anyway, you guys are doing are moving off to investigate the scream, or are you
Yes.
staying put?
Yes, we are moving in to check it out.
Okay, cool. Stumbling towards you guys through the darkness is Agnar, your trusty burglar companion, hireling.
Wait, where? Oh. Oh, hi, Agnar.
What's
What's that? You kind of broke up.
what's going on, Agnar? Was that
Oh, I heard you guys came down into the tunnel, so I was anxious to try and help you guys out. So I found an access drain and climbed down into it, but I fell and hit my head. So
I don't know Agnar very well, Corvus, and it's worth noting Phoenix hasn't lowered his weapons or anything like that. Maybe ask him something only Agnar would know.
Corvus doesn't know Agnar that well either. It's really Johan who knows all the hirelings better.
Just something from the last
Agnar.
adventure then that you remember.
Agnar, how did we find that trap in the wizard's tower? You know, the
we threw a barrel down the hall and it triggered the trap, didn't we?
Adrian looks skeptical. I don't remember any barrel. Then again, I
Yeah,
could have been.
as far as I remember, we just made Agnar walk ahead of us and he set it off.
I remember now. That's very cruel.
It doesn't.
Guys, Agnar, we're going to. Can you drop any weapons you have, please?
Ken, what?
I'm asking Agnar because he didn't have the right answer, so therefore I'm highly suspicious he's not.
I'm gonna try to see if this Agnar is, you know, in disguise or an illusion or something, somebody impersonating. Although I don't know why you'd want to pretend to be Agnar. He's not a very, you know, interesting or competent person.
Okay. Sure. How do you...
I guess Corvus is looking for sort of,
Okay.
you know, flickers that indicate an illusion or something insubstantial about
Okay, great, yeah. I think that would be a discern reality unless you have something specific that would help with that. Wow. Nice. Alright.
Okay. Well, first question is obviously what here is not as it appears to be.
As you look at Agnar in the flickering torches that you're holding, you can see that his beard is fake. It would come off if you tugged on it. And he's wearing a wig. So it's a good disguise, and it does look like Agnar, but this is not actually Agnar.
What is?
Sorry, I think you broke up there.
Really? Yeah. What is? I'm kind of fishing for, are the White Snake Brotherhood about to?
You're kind of breaking up for me as well. Something you're fishing for something? I'm sorry, I didn't.
What the question is? What is about to happen? And specifically, I'm looking around to see if we're about to get ambushed.
Okay. What is about to happen? If you see that, if you give an indication that you know this is a disguise, the guy is going to run back into the shadows and try and escape. He's not being backed up by anyone else at this point.
And I guess what should I be on the lookout for?
This guy has copied Agnar's appearance. So Agnar, this guy has met Agnar to copy his appearance. So presumably Agnar is somewhere down here as well.
Okay, so before saying anything, Corvus is going to sweep the fake Agnar's legs with the haft of his spear to try and trip.
Okay, he's not expecting it. He goes down. He's on his back.
Then Corvus will put a foot on his chest and say, "You're right, Phoenix. It's an imposter."
Called it. Point to the bard. Phoenix seems quite chuffed with himself. Okay, he sends one of those knowing, smirking looks across to Johan, just to wind him up again. Yeah. So, what do we do now that we got him?
I think an interrogation might be in order.
Alright. I think we've still got rope left from the last guy, so Phoenix will wander over, grab the rope, then bring it over to tie up the new prisoner. What did we do to the old prisoner? Did we slit his throat, or what was the plan there?
As far as I know, he's still alive. He's tied up in the little chamber that you guys found.
Alright, well, we're probably best just adding Agnar to the ropes then, rather than cutting him loose and tying him moving.
As the imposter realizes he can't get away, he's going to reach into his belt and grab a vial of green liquid and start to try and chug it.
Adrian will jump in there and swat it away before he can.
Okay, make a dexterity to defy danger. Go, Adrian.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Corvus, you could help. It's not that far from being a pass.
Okay, you can try that.
Yeah, well, I'll see if I can.
Okay. All right. All right. Adrian, you with Corvus's help, you just managed to snag the bottle before he can drink it.
Right.
But right. The poison or the potion, whatever, spills all over his face, and he screams as it burns into his features and leaves him blind and disfigured.
Yeah, I imagine his fake beard also kind of dissolves away.
Yes, it like falls off in clumps. Yeah.
Are we able to recognize him despite all this disfigurement?
He doesn't look like Agnar anymore. I mean,
right.
Is he a dwarf or is he just a short human?
It was a human that was like crouching down to look like a dwarf. So.
Okay. Corvus will search him for any, White Snake Brotherhood brooches, that kind of, a letter that says, or a little White Snake Brotherhood membership card, that kind of.
Okay, yeah, you do manage to find a snake brooch on him. He clutches it desperately as if he doesn't want to give it to you. But eventually, you manage to break his grip, and he relinquishes it to you. Fine, take it, he says, and whimpers as his face really pains him. So you have a snake brooch was on this poor burned man.
Okay. I think last session we established that those are magical somehow, right?
Yes, they are. Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll hang on to it for now. And I mean, we should probably interrogate him, right?
Why not? Yeah.
So Corvus looks meaningfully at Mr. Curtis.
Phoenix will kind of look back at him and kind of gesture to Johan. It's like, I'm a bard. I talk to people nicely, not threaten to break their bones and limbs to get information out of them. If you want me to smooth talk them, sure. I'm not really comfortable with torture. At least not as the one doing it. No thanks. I'm more of a free love kind of guy. I imagine at this point Johan insults him greatly and all of his ancestors, but yeah.
Yeah, I think Corvus and Johan probably gang up on him and, I don't know, threaten to break all his bones and drown him in the sewer or something.
Okay, if you can do... See, now that's what we need here. Go ahead. He gestures to the interrogated suspect. Just a lot of that aimed at him, not me.
Alright,
Look, okay, I can do a couple of things with him. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna. I sit down. Sorry, guys. I sit down next to the prisoner, and I say, "Okay, look, I'm gonna speak frankly with you. We're gonna share a bit of information. I tell you something you want to know. You tell me something I want to know, and vice versa. So I'll start, and I want to know." Whom do you serve? And this is a move that I have. I'll just post it to the thingy.
Okay. He serves the masters of this faction of the White Snake Brotherhood. What do you most desire?
Okay, I could do with a name. Names are good.
What's your name? He says.
My name is Phoenix. I am an elf. He kind of flicks his ears with a joking smile.
Not that the guy can see it.
Not that the guy can see it, but the joking smile is more for Phoenix's amusement than his. Frankly, this is the most awkward conversation Phoenix has ever had, and he needs any kind of amount of levity he can get from it. So, yeah. So, would I be able to get a name for the head of the White Snake faction?
He goes by the name Bristlebone.
Okay, this is good. Thank you for being so cooperative. We'll call you Agnar because that's probably easier. Though, by all means, feel free to call me Phoenix or Elf. And let me ask you, what do you most desire? What were you really hoping would happen when you sat down and tried to get close to us? What was the big goal here? Don't worry, I won't tell those mean guys who threatened to break my legs. He kind of glares at Johan and Corvus.
I was trying to figure out what you guys were doing here, because according to he points to his brooch that was that you guys took. According to my brooch, there was one of our brethren was with you guys, and I was sent to determine why he was leading this band of people against his own brethren. So I wanted to find out why that was the case.
Oh, that sounds horrible. Yes, we will quite happily hand the traitor over to you. Who was it? Out of character, that's not one of the questions, so he doesn't have to answer it truthfully. I'm just hoping he gets caught up in the whole situation and goes along with it.
Yeah.
I can make a charisma roll if you'd like to.
Sure.
Judge it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
As I said, I don't really have anything designed for interrogation purposes.
Right.
Okay, that would be a pass with my charisma modifier. For some reason, it didn't go with the charisma. Oh, because I pressed discern reality instead of defy danger. Yeah, that would be a 10 or 11.
Yeah. Okay, so he's kind of after a little bit of wheedling, he says that he describes at least the figure that he saw before his eyes were burned, and it matches a description of Johan as the guy that he thought was a member of the Brotherhood.
Could I make a spout lore check? Because I know quite a few of Johan's war stories and legends about him, to try and work out if he ever had any interactions with the White Snakes before.
Okay, sure.
Eh?
Yeah. Alright. I don't know. I'm tempted to either say you don't know, or that it seemed really suspicious. You can't determine from what you know of Johan's stories whether he actually does or does not have a connection.
I
Adrian,
imagine I whisper that then to Adrian and Corvus, trying to keep it out of Johan's hearing, because I don't know if we have a traitor in the midst or the White Snakes have a traitor in their midst, but they should be made aware of it. And frankly, I'm too scared of Johan to try and fight him myself.
Okay.
I mean, I'm too tactically clever to risk any direct engagement when he's probably better fighting me. Yeah, that's what's going on here.
okay. Corvus and Adrian, what do you do at this information? Oh boy.
Corvus just makes a mental note to keep an eye on Johan in the future, I think.
Is Johan with us? Did he come along in this case?
No, Johan is keeping watch over the captured White Snake assassin sort of person that you guys captured previously.
Oh, that's even more interesting, in a way.
Well, Corvus is going to suggest that someone else also keep an eye on the prisoner in case he, quote-unquote, dies trying to escape while Johan's watching him.
Well, I gotta sit here and interrogate, Phoenix says, holding up two fingers and kind of making the quotation marks, kind of giving a vicious look towards Corvus for threatening him. He has not forgotten this, and he is very bitter.
Right. Adrian agrees with this plan, and in fact decides to kind of take a look as she's still up this toward the tunnel entrance at this point, and will stealthily kind of peer around the corner to see if Johan is acting normally, as they would hope, rather than conferring with this prisoner or something like that.
Alrighty. Johan has his dagger against the throat of the captured guy here. He is apparently interrogating the captured assassin. He looks up as you enter. "What do you want?" he asks. "Did you find out anything down that way?"
A few things, yeah. I think it's... We definitely ascertained that it is not who we thought it was originally. She will choose her words carefully so as not to rouse suspicion from him in case the rumor is true. How about you? Are these prisoners giving up any information that would be useful to us?
"Yeah, I got a rough idea of where their hideout is located," he says.
Oh, okay. Able to fill us in?
What's that?
Are you able to fill us in on that information?
Oh. Yes. Actually, there's two entrances, but the one in front of us is guarded by a large grate that is across a couple bridges over the sewers. And there's some kind of a lock mechanism on it. But we should be able to figure out how to get it open, I think.
Okay.
How about you guys? What did you find? Oh, here it is. Never mind.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do now? Should we move out, or are we gonna stay here, or split up, or what?
I shrug, but then think, splitting up seems to be a bad idea at this point, with all this suspicion floating about.
But splitting up worked so great last time,
Right.
where we all almost died. Especially Johan.
Alright, so we stick together. Fine. What do we do with these captured people then?
Well, they obviously know these tunnels. We would hope. So I would.
How many thieves do we have with?
Two. I'm sorry. Like captured ones or hired ones?
No, hired thieves.
Two.
Okay. Well, Corvus doesn't want to kill either of the prisoners, but especially the blind one. It's going to be a liability to have him around, and we can't, in good conscience, just leave him to die in the sewer blind. So Corvus would suggest getting one of our hired thieves to lead him up to the surface and maybe bring him to the Beggars Guild and see if they have a job for a blind guy with facial scars.
Oh.
Seems like a lucrative opportunity.
That's very kind of you.
Maybe do elves have an aversion to needless killing?
I can't speak for all elves, but this elf, yes.
Adrian.
In fact,
knows...
I don't think he's ever killed someone yet. Given how crappy my dex rolls last time were, I'm pretty sure I haven't actually attacked anybody successfully. So maybe that's why.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, one of the thieves will do that if you want them to. He will take Agnar, well, the fake Agnar, up to one of the street levels and get him to some kind of a place where he might be employed.
I would recommend a test subject in the Tower of Galangul. Maybe they can cure him, or
that would be funny.
Yeah, take some sample of the poison, acid, whatever that blinded him in the first place. Turn him into some sort of lab rat. That would be cool.
Oh, you know what? Corvus is going to take a moment to meditate and commune with the ancestral spirits in his spear and ask them if Johan can be trusted.
Okay. Okay.
Because spirits know these things. Hopefully.
All right. Okay. So, yeah. What, the spirits, the ancestral spirits in your spear will whisper to you, Corvus, that Johan does indeed have one of those white snake brotherhood brooches on his person.
Besides the ones we know about?
No, it is the ones you know about.
Okay, well, thanks anyway, spirits. Talk to you next time.
You're a disappointment to us all.
Corvus briefly misses the time when his dead family members couldn't talk to him. It's a drag being the last of your family, but you know, at least they can't tell you what a disappointment. All right, well, we should continue forward.
Yep.
Corvus will lead the way.
Alright.
After getting directions from Johan and the captured assassin.
Alrighty. As Corvus, did you take one of the brooches from the thief?
Yeah, I'm carrying the one that the fake Agnar.
Okay. Alright. Okay. As you guys walk down the tunnel here, hopping towards you guys, you're going to see a rat with a bundle on its back. And it hops forward. Let me put it down. Rat. What's this one look like?
We're just heading down the tunnel, and there's a rat carrying some stuff. That's about it.
What did we do on the Johan situation?
Nothing thus far.
Okay, the rat. I guess, yeah. It's a big rat. It starts to hop towards the party coming down the tunnel towards it. It's got a large bundle on its back. What do you do, Corvus?
Try to see what's in the bundle.
Okay. It's a cloth-wrapped bundle that's attached to leather straps that go around the rat's arms and torso. There's a fuse sticking out the side of the bundle.
The fuse with
I don't know why my audio is being weird today.
Are you guys hearing?
Yeah.
I did not.
Right.
Is the fuse?
No, not yet. No.
Okay. I will motion the others back and try to pick up the rat.
Yeah. I will plaster myself against the wall here.
Okay.
Do I notice this fused?
Probably.
This
Yes, you
detail
do.
of this bundle. Yeah, I'm warily going to back up.
Okay. Corvus, what were you doing with the rat? Were you picking it up?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The rat, as you pick it up, lights a match and lights the fuse.
Okay. I'm gonna punt the rat down the tunnel as far as I can.
Okay. The rat gives a little scream as you send it wailing away, and then it poofs into a cloud of greenish smoke. Little rat part pieces flying around.
All right. Keep an eye out for suicide rats, guys.
Yeah.
As if we didn't have quite enough to keep an eye on. Phoenix says, well aware of the double wordplay going on here as he continues to watch Johan like a hawk. Seems rats come in all shapes and sizes.
Oh boy. Right. Trying to come up with something.
Alright, the smoke from the suicidal rat is like hanging heavily right in this area here. Corvus, do you walk into it?
No, I will avoid.
Okay. Make a Constitution defy danger as you come close to it. Okay. Alright, you will feel kind of drowsy as you breathe in some small portion of this smoke mist that's hanging there, but you will maintain consciousness as you get around the corner. Johan!
Yes. Hi, hey, hello. Sorry, I've completely forgot we switched over to winter time and they kind of threw me off.
Yeah, it almost happened to Phoenix, but
Oh no.
it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so what have I missed?
Basically, we all now suspect you of being a traitor and are kind of have all our weapons pointed at you. You think I'm joking, but actually this has occurred since you left.
We're being subtle about the weapon stuff.
Wait, what? Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
How did those bandits pull that off?
Well, we had a fake Agnar come in who claimed to be looking for a white snake traitor, described you perfectly despite being blind and having not had a chance to actually see you. And then when I tried to remember if you were guilty or innocent, I botched the roll, so we've all kind of had to decide, well, he's guilty until proven innocent.
But there's a wild four rogue running around now. I'm gonna be.
So Johan, you interrogated one of the assassins that you guys captured last time, and you know the approximate location of the entrance to the lair of this white snake brotherhood in this town.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
The funniest part being, as soon as he shows us where the entrance is, we'll be like, hey, he knew where it was all along.
Convenient that he managed to make that guy talk only when the rest of us had our backs turned. Sharp and dagger, sharp and dagger. On the plus side, we did keep you in character with many a threat to Phoenix. So don't worry about that. You're still being kept pretty accurate in that regard.
Good to know.
Yeah. And plus, Corvus has joined the threatening Phoenix gang. Traitor.
I reckon the
Yeah,
entrance
I haven't
is
written
up that way.
yes, it is that way.
We've all rested. Everything sorted.
Yeah, well, rats ate all our supplies, but apart from that, we're...
Oh yeah, take free rations off of your stockpile.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Hey, blame Corvus. He was on watch for that one. I had to go all Piper and drown the rats again.
The blundering fools. Well, let's go deal with these fucking bandits before we starve down here.
That is a possibility. Alrighty. Rid of that. Another that. Do you guys want to leave the other thief to watch over the other captured guy, or what do you want to
kill the cap? I just kill him.
All right. All right. The thief is bound and gagged. I don't think there's anything he can do to stop it. So, yeah, his throat gets slit, and he collapses into a pool of blood.
Check his corpse.
What's that?
I have the guy who killed him just check the dude's corpse.
Okay. He finds a snake brooch. But as the thief touches it, it crumbles into dust and dissolves into powder. So and he finds a dagger and a few gold. Nothing too extraordinary.
I'll let him choose if he wants to keep the dagger or the coins.
He's gonna keep the dagger. He likes daggers, so he's gonna keep the dagger.
I'll take the coins then.
Alright.
Man, you do remember that it wasn't you who captured this guy, right?
I think it was Corvus and Phoenix who were fighting in this area, and then
Yeah,
They
that's
made-
what Phoenix is pointing out. Johan's dividing up loot that Corvus and Phoenix earned. And Phoenix does not appear particularly impressed by this.
Well, when your hands are dirty, actually kill the guy yourself, then you can loot the body.
I can take his things without having to kill the poor man.
So you got no resolve and no theatrical talent. Good.
That's from the person who would be dead without me.
Alright, well, what's done is done. Let's keep moving.
How many coins was that?
Nothing, idiot. I mean, nothing, sir. Phoenix gives another fake salute and then kind of wanders off after Corvus, who I can't actually see on the map, so I don't know where he's wandered to.
Well, there's only one way to go, and that's this one. Oh, there he is.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put myself over there.
Alright, so
Teleporting go.
which way are we going now? Johan's family claims to know where the headquarters.
across the bridge there. Alrighty,
Also,
you're gonna
Corvus, do you back to my point earlier? You're looking a bit gassed. Do you need a heal?
No, just a little tired.
I don't exactly know how to. Let me just I'll put torches all the way around. Okay, Johan, you know that this is the path to the entrance to the. I know that lights it up for everybody, but oh well.
I'll lead the one. Not that way.
Really? Because it was like a two-step to get over. You find Phoenix already waiting, waving to you as you arrive.
Is that another rat?
It's Rondo from Muck.
It was, yeah, but it just kind of dived off the side as you guys approached it. So.
We have to go on this way.
Yep.
Is this gate open?
Oh, yeah, there's the gate there.
The grate, right? The grate is closed actually, but it has engraved on it a snake symbol.
Try putting the pendant to it.
Yep,
Yeah,
Corvus will touch it with his brooch. Well, it's
Alright.
not his brooch, but he took it.
As you do that, with a grate of rusty hinges, a portion of it will swing aside and let you guys through.
Yep.
Alright, on we go.
Anyone else vaguely disappointed we didn't have to solve a riddle or something? Phoenix will ask as he kind of wanders after the group.
But at least this one
Brushing
didn't
up
have math.
my... What's her?
At least this one didn't have math,
Right.
like in that wizard style.
Is this a jump we have to make?
It was supposed to be a bell that you rang to get the ship to come to you guys, but
That seems a little overly complicated for just a thief's lair. Thieves.
Okay.
okay. You guys, airlift, you guys. Wee. Yeah, no, come to the. Okay, eventually, you guys bring the boat with you. No, you don't bring the boat. Okay, you guys arrive at a large hall. There's many tables all about, some beds in the corner. And there's various people wandering about. They all look like fairly normal people. They don't look like, the dark cloaked assassins. But a typical, barmaid comes up to you and says, "Welcome to the Hall of Whispers, brothers and recruits, I'm assuming."
Why, yeah.
Phoenix whispers back.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. When in Rome, do as the Romans do.
What's this Rome place? I've never heard.
Oh, it's an ancient civilization. It existed a couple of thousand years ago. How have you not heard the stories? And then Phoenix will start telling all about this ancient Rome, fantastic stories. All of it in whisper.
Reminds me of this crazy drunk human I knew once who wouldn't shut up about a magical land called.
Which magical land?
Some place called Florida. Apparently it's really hot and humid and full of.
Weirdos.
I can't say I've ever heard of that place. It definitely must be fictitious.
So, out of character, what are we doing here again?
We're here to be recruited. Where do we go, Miss Barmaid?
Yeah, what are you guys doing here? Yeah.
Oh, I
right.
suddenly got it. Okay.
Lady Blackadder was accused of setting fire to a tavern/brothel. And she claims it wasn't her, so you guys investigated and thought that it might be someone in the disguise of Lady Blackadder, causing this destruction.
And we suspected it was the Whitesnake Brotherhood doing it
Yeah.
to blackmail her or to frame her.
Yeah. And looking for, I guess, evidence that someone paid them to impersonate Lady Blackadder, something in that vein, or let's see. Phoenix found a torch in the ruins of the tavern that he identified as being from the Whitesnake Brotherhood from his stories. And that led you down here.
So we're in investigation mode, not stab everyone.
That is the assumption, I think.
Okay, so, let's see, Corvus. Corvus and, Phoenix, you will be approached by a commanding individual who looks a bit like a bard. He says, brothers, I presume you are from another faction of the Brotherhood. Actually, no. As you notice his gaze falling on you guys, you will feel that your snake brooches will heat up for a moment, and then he will approach you guys and say, brothers, I presume you're from another faction of the White Snake Brotherhood. What can we help you with?
Well, who wants to take the lead on this one?
Everybody.
I guess Phoenix will, because he has technically been doing a lot of the investigative work. And to confirm, we're looking for a chance to meet up with the leader of this particular section of it, to find out what the jobs they've been taking, yeah?
Something like that.
That would be one option.
Okay.
Yes. He kind of Phoenix whispers back, still kind of having fun at the name of this place. We are indeed. In fact, we have travelled many moons from the site of New Roma in order to join you here for the final phase of the plan. He nods sagely.
This guy will kind of eye Phoenix and Adrian, and will say that, well, the recruits over there will have to prove themselves. But yeah, he will again point to Corvus and Johan, and say that we can arrange a meeting with our leader Bristlebone, and let you guys talk with him. Sure.
Sounds excellent. Well, recruits, do be good and have fun. Phoenix kind of waves happily to them as they have to go off and do stuff. I'll take a bite of your finest name.
No, he thinks Phoenix is a.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around. Which way was it?
No, he thinks everyone who's not carrying one of the brooches is.
Yeah, Johan's got a brooch. I know about the other.
Yeah, Corvus. Actually, Corvus will laugh quietly and look at the guy and say, "Ah, yes, I understand how you might make that assumption, but in our branch of the Brotherhood, it is customary for some of our more senior members not to go about quite so openly. Be assured that my friend Phoenix is a fully qualified member of the Brotherhood of New, and is in fact one of our foremost I
am the light in the darkness. And with a flourish, he will produce the torch newly lit with the white snake's the white snake, black snake, whatever snake it is, symbol on it and have it ready and lit and wave before him. We have fancier tools in New Roma.
Wow.
We don't need no pendants.
Okay. The both of you make a charisma defy danger for that.
You're fine. Do I get any bonuses for fancy flourishes of what do you call it? Torches.
You get +1 to since you remember that you have a white snake torch. Yeah. Oh shit.
Snake eyes. Okay, there's only so much you can do.
Oh no. Okay, you in twirling the torch, you drop it in a horrible display of dexterity. And the guy who you're trying to impress will snort and say that he doesn't believe that you are in any way a senior member of the Brotherhood of White Snakes.
Okay, you got it. Me, medium member of the White Snake. What can you do? Us middle management always want to be higher than we are. He kind of rolls his eyes as if to and shrugs to say, "You got me. Oh well."
I understand, brother, that you want to be careful with security, meeting us members from far away who you've never seen before, and I will respect your wishes. Phoenix, Adrian, go stand with the recruits. Don't cause any trouble. He glares, especially at Phoenix.
Metal management. Metal management. Phoenix mock yells as he wanders over to the recruits, not actually making as much of a fuss as he pretends. So, out of character, where are the recruits? Because I don't see them in this.
Yeah, they are. They are right to the north of where you guys were.
Where I am now, or further north again?
Northeast-ish. There we go. In this hall is people asleep or talking or at the tables. They're all above you, which is weird, but they're doing it in character though, so they're dressed up as wizards or as thieves or sickly old people. And
Adrian runs after everybody.
Chest of drawers. Chest. I imagine Phoenix nods to a couple of them in passing before making his way towards the chest.
In this room, actually, there are a lot of mannequins set up, already dressed in whatever attire they would normally be dressed in. So there's a thief mannequin and a wizard mannequin, and all sorts of different trades and ranks of classes in this area. So there's a whole gallery of mannequins here, along with chests of clothing and wigs and makeup and all the sorts of things that they would need to disguise themselves.
Ooh. I while watching Phoenix, actually start rummaging through whatever is in here to see if we can find a set that would match Lady Blackadder.
Ooh.
Man, I was more thinking of just stealing, but sure, you could do that. It's not theft if you steal from a thief, after all.
Well, yeah.
Ooh. Yes, there is a mannequin set up that looks something like what Lady Blackadder would dress up as.
Well, that's kind of like... I wish I had a camera or something that I could take a photo of the thing.
You could take the whole mannequin.
And put it where?
I have a backpack. You want me to put it in there?
I have a hidden servant too, but I don't know if he can carry that without being noticed.
For what it's worth, Phoenix is literally standing next to you, grabbing wigs, perfume and things like that, and tossing it in his backpack along with jackets and coats and breeches and all that. So you know they're clearly not got that good a security.
Right. Oh, right. Well, we don't actually have to take the entire mannequin. We just leave a bunch of naked mannequins after we leave. So
yeah, obviously. Hey, Adrian, do you want to play dress up whilst we're here and pretending to be recruits? Being recruits. He kind of looks around suspiciously.
ooh.
Look, fancy wigs. He wears the biggest, most pompous wig he can find.
There's a creak of hinges as someone walks out of the great doorway to the west of you guys.
Tend to be a mannequin.
And
Right. Oh, right. I take this advice very literally and immediately strike a pose with, like, the whole split fingertips and all this.
Phoenix is clearly struggling not to laugh at this, but maintains his own pose as well. He thinks this is hilarious.
The person who comes into the room is an elderly woman who walks with a cane, but she says, "Hello, dearies. Are you new recruits?"
We are pretending to be... Oh wait, I'm outside of the hall. I can talk normally again. We're pretending to be mannequins. It's fun. Do you want to pretend to be a mannequin too?
You just blew your cover, recruit. Good job.
Hey, you're not meant to be here, Johan. You master Johan Whitesnake person. You're meant to be over there with the non-recruited people. Go away. Let us be mannequins.
Someone had to give you to a proper introduction.
I know how to introduce myself. I am Adrian. What's my name again?
England.
I turn to this lady and ask, "Alright, you are the overseer of the new trainees?"
I oversee the training in disguises. Yes.
Good, you're gonna have your hands full with these two.
We'll whip them into shape somehow.
Hey, I did not sign up for whips. My bedroom fetishes are strictly for the bedroom. Thank you very much.
We can
If
call
I
you.
want to whip you into shape, I'll do it, mister.
We'll call him Mr. Sloan. That's what we want to call him. I'm looking up the mannequin episode of Twilight Zone, and Mr. Sloan was a guy in that episode. So.
Okay, apparently I'm now Mr. Sloan for this duration. Well, if we have to have whippings, I think it's only fair that I get to return the favour.
Adrian narrows her eyes at the thought of this.
Before this situation goes completely out of hand, Johan will turn to back to the lady and ask, "But I know your name."
I am around here. I am known as I am known as Lady. Oh my god.
Lady, oh my god, it is a pleasure to meet you. I am Mr. Sloan. You may call me Mr. Sloan if you wish. This is, Johan, definitely a member of the White Snakes. And next to us is Adrian, Raw Recruits. Finsdale. Yes. These are our true and actual names.
But you may go by our association's name, Mr. Sloan.
Mr. Sloan to you.
Okay, so Lady, oh my god, will start to drill you guys in how to put on disguises, and says it can take years to impersonate a person exactly.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna try and creep past her when she's busy observing these.
Quickly
Adrian
realizing
and
what
Phoenix.
Johan's doing, I'm going to try and assist by getting her attention and doing a lot of ridiculous, over-the-top stuff like I have been doing. Try and keep all attention firmly focused on you. So give a nod to Johan to let him go on.
Okay, Johan, the grate is going to have locked behind the person leaving it, and it is locked now.
Sorry, I'm slow. I was eating dinner. Alright. Johan's gonna like take out a little bundle of all these sort of elven snack cakes, but they're like wrapped up, so they could be parchment for anyone who's not in the know. Turn to Lady, oh my god. By the way, Lady, oh my god, I had some papers to deliver for the area. Could you open this door so I could go ahead and put them there? I have a business to attend.
You have things to deliver to my personal chambers, she says, and frowns at you.
Yeah, don't you remember, oh my god, you ordered pizza like 20 minutes ago. And as we always say, we deliver your pizza in 30 minutes or your money back. If you don't know what pizza is, it's a thing from New Rome.
Crossing the back, I just realized what the logic broke there. Okay.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Corvus, yes, there is a forge. They have a forge set up to the south of you, Corvus. Among the different settings on this room, they do have a forge that is fully operational.
This is not just
So Corvus is going to ask for privacy And while they're setting up the meeting with Bristlebone, he is going to go down into the forge and start incorporating the magical bone spear that he has found into his own.
Ooh, wow.
Remind me again, what was the name of that lady, that wizard lady, Adrian's friend?
Oh, Blackadder. Lady Blackadder.
Lady Blackadder, okay. I'm gonna try to elaborate on this lie a little bit and say, well, it got a little beyond the just dropping off documents. It is a matter of over certain paperwork regarding the framing of a business partner of ours, one Lady Blackadder. Would you keep something like that in your unmentionables, or do you need to look somewhere else?
Alright, make a charisma defy danger for this. You have good charisma, right?
I got pretty good charisma, yeah. Anybody want to try me on this lie, or are we just going?
I like my pizza delivery lie. I thought that was very clever.
Well, it didn't really get results, so maybe it counts a +1, I don't know.
I'll see what you roll first before I'm rolling to help you, otherwise I just expose myself to danger unnecessarily.
Hey, Venus, you notice this lady is your twin?
Is she?
Zoom in and look close.
Doesn't
Oh well.
look that identical to me, but okay.
That is a...
My eyesight's not great. Oh yeah, yeah, I see.
Okay, she's gonna...
9.
Wow.
Sure, I'll help out with my pizza lie. This will be +1 to whatever I roll because I've got solve.
Oh,
Or, you know, I could just be terrible.
You're failing me.
No, it's okay because I'm pretty sure that I fail so badly that all the attention is focused on me and you can get away with what you want.
The kicker is I just need to get through this damn door.
Yeah, and you passed. It's me who failed, so it's me who's punished for it, not you.
Oh well.
alright. Oh boy. Alright. Lady, oh my god, will... Lady, oh my god, will notice your fumbling and stumbling about Phoenix and glare at you and say that such clumsiness is not becoming of a white snake brother. And
it is, however, becoming of a drunken bum. And as you can tell from my attire, I am clearly a drunken bum. You can tell from the stench of liquor that permeates and the stumbling, bumbling, dingingness. I stumble and bumble right into her, distracting her as hopefully as Corvus makes his move.
yes, but I didn't say to be a stumbling, bumbling drunk. So
No, you said just disguised. I am disguised, therefore it works. Tell me I'm wrong.
Carriage has opened his door and get back to this rookie.
she will pull a knitting needle out of her shawl and prick you with it, Phoenix.
I'm going to dodge. I'm not just standing there and taking that. I am going to attempt to dodge.
Okay, attempt to dodge.
And I do it. Yay! No,
All right.
knitting needle of death.
Wow. Okay. You do manage to dodge out of the way of her knitting needle, but she's still coming after you. Johan, you feeling that your cover might be slightly in suspicion, but you do manage to get past the grate there into the chambers.
Good show. Alright. Let's rummage through this drawers fast as fuck.
Alright. So, this is a chamber. There's a bed in the corner, some trunks. This is obviously where the Master of Disguises lives. And there's papers on her desk. Among them asking if one of the brethren can impersonate Lady Blackadder.
Okay, I'll look again to make sure you can be distracted with Phoenix. And I'll roll that little piece of parchment up and stick it into my jacket.
Phoenix, the old lady, is hobbling after you with surprising speed. Her knitting needle still jabbing at you as you run away. Adrian, what do you do as this is going on?
Is the disguise of Lady Blackadder still available to me?
The Lady Oh My God is distracted. Yes, it is.
I just had this idea. If I am able to notice Johan discovering the letter, or I don't. Yeah, I like the idea of at least taking the costume itself, and keeping a hold of it as evidence. To who we reveal it to prove anybody's innocence or guilt or whatever, I don't know. But hanging on to it seems like a good idea. Maybe we can convene in the future with that and the letter.
Okay. Let's see. You would have some small amount of time to strip the disguise from the mannequin as Lady Oh My God is chasing after Phoenix.
Yeah. My thought being, if I can don the costume itself and then impersonate Lady Blackadder from here on out until we get out, but I don't know how much of an influence she has over everybody else in this.
Remember, they know she's locked up in a way.
That's true. Okay.
And they're responsible for that happening. She's not exactly popular here. It's evidence than it is as trying to impersonate her in this situation.
Right. My original thought, if it were possible to know that this letter that Johan found is what it is, my thought was, hey, if I go out disguised as Lady Blackadder and I tell everyone here, we have another mission being Lady Blackadder imposter, we're going to do another phase of the plan. then maybe we can get somebody to talk and give us information on what that plan actually was in the first place.
Wow. Let's see. Since you are a recruit, I'm not sure they would listen to you.
But if I were disguised, would they know I was a recruit? By some, like, telltale sign of, I don't know.
Yeah, at least the guy who was in charge could, tell whether we were carrying the insignia or not.
Right.
So they have some way of knowing it.
Well, if Adrian comes up and asks for maybe Johan can have his brooch, if that helps sway them.
Yeah, I mean, that would be helpful. You did have 2, right? I think it was stated earlier that we picked up 2 from that roper.
I only got 1.
Oh.
But we did get a second one from the thief and the Agnar.
From the blinded guy.
No, we have 3 in total.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Oh, wait, you guys do have 3. Oh, right, Johan has both of them.
what?
Yeah, Johan has 2.
Huh. I only thought I had 1.
I seem to remember you got 2 last session. Sorry about that.
Well, Johan will throw the second one to Adrian then, and then he'll investigate these chests.
Okay.
Okay. Adrian will very easily dress up. So.
Meanwhile, in the forge, Corvus is carving some glyphs out of the bone spear, and he just says to himself, "Wow, I'm sure the others are behaving themselves and not doing anything to jeopardize the mission right now."
Phoenix sneezes.
After all, the plan is to not make any trouble until we have a meeting with. So I'm sure they're sticking to it. And then he goes.
Wait, we
forging.
had a plan before coming in here. Are you sure? That does not sound like us. Are you sure you're not thinking of a different party?
Corvus, in the space of time that all of this is going on, you do manage to graft the magical powers of the expanding bone spear onto your own weapon.
Does it just expand, or is it the same as Side Piercer with expanding and the bonus damage, or is it just?
It's the same as Side Piercer. Yeah.
Okay.
Although if you wanted to, you could apply the expansion to a different aspect of the spear. If you wanted it to be really broad, I guess that could be an expansion. But
No, I think Corvus is definitely happy that now he can stab things without having to throw his weapon.
okay, great. Yeah, cool. All right. Great. So the magical runes and enchantment of Side Piercer will fuse into your spear as this is going on. Throughout all of this, there's people milling about this room, but they, for some reason, they don't seem to notice what you're doing, or if they do notice it, at least they seem to just be kind of judging your performance as a smith, and they give you a little thumbs up of approval as they say you're doing a good job here. being a smith. Okay. Phoenix, your pursuer is going to scowl and rip off her skirt, and underneath that she's wearing leggings, which will make her much faster as she skitters after you.
I assume by this point I'm well out of sight of where they've got of the disguise room and things like that, so Corvus, not Corvus, Johan and Adrian are able to continue unnoticed anyway, so it doesn't matter as much if I'm caught, correct?
Yes.
I'm going to make an effort to run away, but it's clear when he realizes he's not going to manage it, he probably focuses more on just being defensive and making sure she can't actually gut him or anything too dangerous, and instead just focuses on keeping her attention on him for as long as possible.
Alrighty. She starts throwing a barrage of needles at you, Phoenix.
I just flip one of the tables up and hide underneath it. Fud, 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 fud. I wave and then pull my hand down again. Wave, pull my hand down again.
Alright, she calls on the recruits. Recruits! Find that one and hold him down so I can punish him.
This is a point where actually I'm going to pull out my disguise, the disguises I put in the blankets, disguise myself as one of the other recruits, and join the crowd looking for me. Now, I'm sure I should probably make a defy danger for this one, but I'm not sure what it should be. I'm guessing it's something mental for quick thinking.
Yeah,
something along those lines.
Danger.
Oh, that was such a clever plan as well. Oh well.
Alright, recruit after recruit pile themselves on you. They grab your arms, and you are held immobile as your tormentor slowly approaches.
Hey, oh my god, he went that way? Phoenix says, knowing full well she isn't going to believe him.
She finally gets to prick you with her knitting needle, and from that spot, pain and agony will start to spread through your body.
That's not very nice. Oh my god, that's positively mean. Honestly, what kind of nice old lady do you think you're going to be taken for if you go around pricking people with needles that cause untold agony? Phoenix is clearly trying to put up a brave face for this one, but this is probably the most pain he's ever experienced, so yeah, this is clearly banter for banter's sake, and he is just hiding behind a wall of bluster. I imagine he's quite shook up by this. Does she respond in any way out of curiosity?
What's that?
Does she respond in any way?
She advises you to start an immediate course of learning about antidotes.
Yeah, I'll bear that one in mind. Can shoot her a glare.
And
I'm probably going to be doing a spout lore to try and work out if I know enough about this to cure whatever she's injected me with. The second I'm let go, by the way.
Yeah, let's actually switch back to Johan and Adrian, briefly. What point were we at with you guys? You were.
Adrian was coming up with some sort of elaborate plan, and Johan was gonna look at these chests.
Oh, okay. Alright. So, Johan, okay, in that room, you managed to find a very compact disguise kit that you could carry around in your pack. This is similar to what the full members would carry around with them when they were needing any kind of disguise at a moment's notice. Other than that, there is a trunk of fairly mundane clothes and items that presumably belong to the lady. Oh my God! There is a tucked into a corner of that chest. There is a couple. They look like faces that have been peeled off of people, but they've been presumably somehow preserved, and they're still soft and flexible.
Not the thickest thing Johan has seen in his life, but it's up there. Alright, so not gonna risk rummaging through this chest any more than I have to. Gonna look at the other one.
Sorry, what are you doing? I'm sorry.
Well, I looked over one chest. Did I look over both these chests or just one?
That was both chests. One of them is a disguise kit, one of them had clothing in it and the flesh masks.
Well, I guess that'll be it then.
Disguise kits are always useful, mate, if you're gonna leave.
Alright, so that's that. We can do what Adrian wants to do.
Yeah. Disguised as Lady Blackadder now, and having her medallion of I'm no longer a recruit. I don't know what to do.
What's the plan here exactly?
The plan was to get evidence that the actual Lady Blackadder is innocent.
Yeah, but why you're dressed up as her?
I was going to convince everybody that I am on a mission to impersonate her, and then hopefully they would already be in on the plan and think, oh, I already know everything, maybe they'll just give me information.
That sounds ridiculous.
It does.
Just grab her this. Just grab this. Guys, we're out of here.
Johan, did you take anything from the chambers?
That this guy's killed.
Okay.
And the lighter.
As you walk out, you will notice Lady Oh My God is coming back, carrying a torch with her.
She some sense into that rookie.
Remember, she would have spent ages chasing after me because he literally walked in, grabbed a note, and opened a couple of chests. Where she was spent on a running around mission, throwing knives, getting all the recruits. She should still be aged any time.
Okay, that makes sense. Alright, she would be back over here then. Okay, what are you guys doing? You're gonna convince everybody else? Okay.
Adrian will concur this is a ridiculous idea she has. And follow Johan out.
Alright, we're gonna go quickly find the others. Found anything useful, Corvus?
Well, I've made a few improvements. He gestures at his spear, and you see that the haft is now inlaid with glyphs made of poly.
Johan looks like he's about to cuss Corvus out, but then looks over to see Phoenix in the corner and realizes, well, you didn't screw up as much as that guy did, and just looks back to him.
I was just waiting for the meeting with
Well, we found some things that might help us out. Let's grab Phoenix and get out of here. Unless you reckon there's something we forgot.
Well, surely it would be worth our while to meet with Bristlebone and get any information we can.
Who?
The leader of the White Snakes.
Does the tone of Johan's cluelessness give any sort of sense of innocence as to his involvement?
Involvement with? Oh, yeah, that's right.
I think initially they would just assume he's a really bad recruit, and I don't think they're onto that he's not actually a recruit, if that makes sense.
No, I think the question is, do we believe that Johan doesn't know who Bristlebone is, or do we think that Johan is pretending not to know about the...
Well, Johan might know. I, as a player, is kind of clueless because I've dropped in mid-session.
Right. But I was gonna see if that was something we could quickly
You know, in retrospect, we probably should have tried to figure out if fake Agnar was lying about Johan being a White Snake, because I don't think we actually did.
Right. We just.
He described a person he'd never seen before. Remember, that'd be pretty tricky lie to pull off, because he never saw Johan.
The other White Snake people had seen him, and you know he could have been sent down specifically to try and sow discord among.
Possibly. I don't think many White Snakes saw Johan, actually. Johan went off and fought the Roper thing and didn't really get seen by any White Snakes. But yeah, we probably should have tried to get the truth, made sure it was true, but he actually can't lie under the effect of the ability I used. It's not possible, out of character.
So where's Phoenix, Corvus?
I like to think this is probably the point where I stagger in, kind of scrubbing furiously at the needle wound.
Phoenix, there you are.
You guys better have made that worth it. That was hell. Okay. Staggers over, finds a seat, bumps down in it and pulls out a book to start looking up poisons.
Oh, we're gonna find this brittlebone fella.
Brittlebone.
Bristlebone.
I smile at the attempt to downplay the leaders. Yeah. Anyway.
Someone comes limping up from the south, and the guy who originally greeted you will say, "Ah, it is Bristlebones. He's finally made it." And Bristlebones comes up to the party. He's not that big, but Bristlebones is the. As he comes closer, you recognize him as the humpbacked person that Johan originally tried to recruit a few sessions ago.
Oh shit.
He recognizes you. "Ah, I remember you," he says. "You turned me down as a recruit. No harm done, though. No harm done."
I mean, had I known you were in this position, I probably would never thought of it.
Well, my disguise must have been pretty good then.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, that was pretty good. If your arm works.
Brother Bristlebones, we come as emissaries from the Brotherhood of New.
Ah, yes, and what can this faction of the Brotherhood assist with?
There has been some mishap given our operations. One of our clients, one lady Blackadder, wanted us to handle the acquisition of some exotic items from our neck of the woods, so to speak. And now this faction has framed her for something or other. Or at least that's the suspicion. We're on the street, that is. Any truth to that?
He'll stroke his little goatee. That sounds very interesting. Yes, how would we be involved in that, though?
Well, as you know, the Brotherhood of New Rome is opposed by the powerful House of Borgia, and we fear that one of the Borgia agents has come to your faction posing as a client or someone wishing to do business with you, and may have infiltrated your ranks and asked you to sabotage our relationship with Lady Blackadder. That's the information we've uncovered through our investigation.
Oh goodness. Well, that would be horrible if that was actually the case. I did not realize that New Rome had such connections with Lady Blackadder. Well, let me get our disguise master here, and she might know. He calls out, and the lady, oh my god, comes tottering down. Yes? Now, who advised us that we should we should impersonate Lady Blackadder and torch that brothel. Oh, let me see. I don't recall. Mm-hmm. Oh, it was her brother. It was her brother, Lord Blackadder.
Oh. Adrian's eyebrows will raise at this news.
Quite interesting development.
It's worse than we feared then.
If Lord Blackadder has been corrupted by the Borgia, all of our operations might be we'll have to deal with it.
Oh dear. Well. In that case, should we send someone to infiltrate the Borgias?
The Borgia are powerful enemies. I don't want them to have their attention drawn to this faction of the Brotherhood as well as our... We in New Rome can deal with them. We have our plan. But we may require this faction's assistance in dealing with Lord Blackadder. We'll contact you if that becomes necessary.
Frankly, it would be quite beneficial. If Felix is still scrubbing at his needle wound, if you could inform us of, or better yet, just supply us with the contract. I trust this part of the Brotherhood who looks to Bristlebones still enforces the need for a contract on any and all impersonations. It is part of our policies after all.
No need. We can figure that out ourselves. And he's just look at Phoenix saying, told him on the shoulder and look at me like, I got it covered.
He nods. Very well. I'm sure we'll be able to cover it one way or the other.
Oh boy. Okay. Bristlebones will say that that this faction will cease dealings with Lord Blackadder until his guilt or complacency with the Borgias has been established or not. Phoenix, back to you. Slowly getting poisoned over there.
Well, I actually did make a spout roll, but you kind of jumped away from it. I should be able to have treated it by now, I'm guessing, but I always just so wanted to keep it in character. So I made the roll in 7. Not sure what. I'll just use my adventuring gear to pull out some herbal remedy for it, if that's alright.
Alrighty. Yeah, in that adventuring gear there might be some herbs and stuff that you might have an idea would be a successful antidote. I'm gonna roll a 2d12 here and see if it actually does.
Well, could I roll like wisdom or something to know if I know how to use it, or intelligence? One or the other?
Sure. Go ahead.
I mean, admittedly my luck has been terrible, but in theory that can't hold. Hey!
Wow. Okay. Alright, Phoenix.
And can I use... I've got the pile of books as well. Can I use that to get the +1?
Yes.
Excellent, okay. Then I'm just going to use that so I know exactly. I have a book on the subject. Phoenix pores over it in the time spent whilst we're waiting for Bristlebone to arrive and applies the herbs kind of desperately to make it a bit, to stop the world spinning and this arm from burning whilst kind of glaring reproachfully at the others who have decided not to fill him in this time, instead just talked amongst themselves.
Wine.
My arm is burning alive, and you have yet to tell me if it was worth it. I think I'm quite justified.
And
Why would we?
Phoenix is mumbling to himself in the corner. You guys finally notice him.
See, I don't know why we would, discuss things and make plans when we can just jump in head first and make it up as we go along. That seems to work great.
You ain't never been to war, have you, boy? Think on your feet.
That was out of character. I mean, sure.
We did not have a plan going in here.
Yeah, no, and now we've convinced the local Whitesnake Brotherhood that we are the plot of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
That's true, actually.
Which is the game I've been playing recently, which is why that came to mind when you made up New Rome.
I was just making up a name, to be honest. I was just having fun messing with the old woman.
Oh God!
So we have some evidence and a culprit now, so we should probably try to gracefully extract ourselves before they see through our.
Well, we kinda had a deal with the Thieves Guild that we were gonna beat the snot out of these guys to send a message.
Technically, no. You had a deal with the Thieves Guild that you were going to beat the snot out of them. The rest of us, we were just kind of along for the ride. We have our own objectives. You're the one who made that deal, Johan.
Well,
Yeah, Corvus was definitely not in on that.
I was present, but I did not sign any treaties or any deals. I just kind of stood there. I was the pretty face.
Well, at this point, Adrian is thinking, oh my gosh, it's that kid. She wants her revenge on Lady Blackadder's brother. And her thoughts are completely consumed with this now.
Wait, remind me. What was the exact wording we had with the Thieves Guild? It wasn't just to attack them. It was to convince them not to mess with the Thieves Guild moving forward, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use Charming and Open again, Ingrid, and the question is going to be, how can I get you to stop messing with the Thieves Guild?
Wow, okay. Go ahead, give it a try. Oh wait, is it a try?
It's not no roll. They just have to answer truthfully, and then you get to ask me a question from the list back, which must be answered truthfully.
Okay.
And it's an out of character one. It doesn't have to be in character that they answer.
Alright, let's see. If you're being open and honest with, say, Bristlestones, let's say, boy, there are many other factions and other guilds that the Whitesnake Brotherhood is interested in infiltrating besides just the Thieves Guild. And really the only reason they're interested in the Thieves Guild is because they get attacked all the time by the thieves, who are kind of jealous of their infiltration and pickpocketing skills and so forth. So I think if there was a cease hostilities between the two groups, that the the Whitesnake Brotherhood wouldn't really care about the thieves. They don't really see them as competitors. They're just kind of protecting themselves from attack by these people who have kind of the same skills as them, if that makes sense.
So it's basically just business.
Right.
What's the question you would like answered?
What is the list of questions? Phoenix.
Put them in the chat for you.
Okay, Phoenix, what do you most desire?
Ooh, that's a tricky one. Do you mean in this situation, or do you mean in general?
In general, what's your goal? What's your desire?
I think to be a successful bard that never has to sing. And the reason behind that is to one-up his family, who always said he could not ever pull that off. So, yeah, I think basically to get one over on his family by never having to sing and still doing really, really well. He's
All
just
right.
petty. That's basically all his character is, pettiness.
Alright.
Bristlebone, whilst we are obviously going to be busy dealing with this situation, it might be in our best interests to cease hostilities with the pathetic rats of this city and the guilds, but that are so far beneath our notice here, to better focus on the true enemies we see before us, those who would use the might of the White Snakes against their foes with no regard for how our mighty and ancient guild operates. It's just not right, after all. We should not try to crush ants when there are lions a-hunting.
Well. Unfortunately, I can't. We can't ignore when they attack us. If we get bitten by ants, we swat the ant, even if we're hunting lions.
That is fair. Then perhaps if we, the Brotherhood at New Roma, decide to defang these ants so they may not bother you again. Does that seem reasonable as an act of good faith between New Roma and the guild here? We can make sure they never attack you again. You have my superior's words. He gestures at Corvus with a bit of a smirk again.
Corvus nods assent. My recruit perhaps goes farther than his authority would allow him
Middle management.
But his words are...
His words are what?
His words are sound. He speaks real.
Well, if as a gesture of good faith you could get the thieves, the ants of the thieves to lay off biting us, then that would of course be commendable, and you could of course come back here whenever you wish and pursue our supplies and disguises and so forth as brethren of this of this this faction.
Can we do it now? You know, as an act of good faith. Phoenix says, smiling at him. I mean, you wouldn't actually think that we could fail, given that we're part of the same brotherhood as you. I mean, to think that we would fail implies you do not have complete faith in the brotherhood, which would just be unfathomable for someone in your position.
Oh boy. You could do that now, yes.
Sounds great to me. We'll stock up on supplies before we leave.
What are you low on?
Rations, primarily.
I was just thinking
Medicine,
this.
I glare, it's oh my god. And yes, I think some coinage would be useful for greasing the right palms here. Other than that, I'll let my companions speak for themselves.
We could use food. It's been a long journey from New Rome.
Oh, they one of the recruits brings each of you some loaves of fresh bread from the streets above, and some wine that would be 2 rations worth of food.
Each.
Yes, each.
Right. Perhaps we should leave.
Adrian mutters
Do I get my medicine
Yeah.
or coins at all?
You could always ask Johan. He kind of is collecting coins from things that got captured or killed by other people.
Bitch, bitch, bitch.
I don't think we should push our luck anymore. Let's just get out of here.
Lady, oh my god, chucks Phoenix a small vial of medicine that will
Thank
clear
you.
up the lingering effects of her poisoned knitting needle. But at the request of any kind of coinage, Bristlebone kind of gives a laugh and says that any brethren worth his salt can get coins.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm talking to you.
Shoo.
Yeah.
I had passed my nap, he says. Limps down towards his room again. Hey, should we let the monster out? No. Everybody else says no. Fine.
Phoenix just kind of turns, shrugs to Corvus, and says, well, shall we go?
Yeah, Corvus will ask if there's an exit that doesn't involve going through the sewer.
Yes, there is. The guy that you met up with first in this part of the hideout will point you towards a ladder that goes up towards a sewer drain and out onto the streets.
Then
To the-
let us depart.
to the very north of you guys, by the torch right here. There's a ladder.
Okay.
Up we go.
Whee! Alright. You guys, the sewer drain is sealed by another grate, but it opens at the touch of your snake brooch, and you guys emerge back into an alleyway in lovely Delgar. And
Wonderful.
Why did we have to go for the extremely complicated way if we could have went through here? Phoenix will ask the group at large.
Because we didn't know this was here.
So I discovered a secret entrance into their lair, and yet somehow missed, from common knowledge, the entrance amongst the city itself. I need a drink.
I need a bath.
Are we done here, guys? I need to go to a bar. I just need to drown myself.
Johan will hand the contract he found in Lady Omega's chamber to Adrian.
Mm-hmm.
And will hand the portable disguise kit to Phoenix.
Oh, cheers. Hey, you're good for something, Johan. Thanks. Pat him on the shoulder and chuck in the bag.
And some to make up for your blunders.
Yeah, because you totally got in there without my help. Yeah, it absolutely wasn't necessary for me to run around like an idiot and get stabbed repeatedly to cover for you and Adrian.
Glad you're the self-aware smartass. Alright, he's gonna go to find in or out hotel and just take a bath.
In a true sign of tiredness, Phoenix doesn't even have a smart arse comment for him. He just kind of sticks his tongue out, pockets the disguise kit, and then heads towards a bar himself to get plastered.
Corvus, what are you up to as you emerge from the darkness of the sewers?
Well, we should probably go speak to Lady Blackadder, right? Looking at Adrian.
Adrian's on that if you want to follow. Yeah.
Yeah, Adrian was going to go straight away to the manor. Talk to the guards
Corvus,
in the front.
Corvus.
Yeah.
Corvus will go.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Sure. The two of you are met at the entrance by a guard dressed in the livery of the Blackadder house, and will conduct you to the reigning lord of Delgar, Lord Blackadder.
Oh. Is there an option to know that it is him before we actually enter his presence, as it were?
Yeah, sure. The guard bringing you down the hall mentioned that he is bringing you to the Lord of Delgar.
Remind me, did the guards in general believe that Lady Blackadder might have been framed, and that's how we came up with the theory that she was?
It's the general opinion of the guards that yes, she was. It's the general opinion of the guards that she is guilty of the crime.
Oh, okay. Then how are we given the impression that she may have been innocent and framed?
Right. Sorry. Let's see. As you were there's some guards that used to work for Lady Blackadder in a close capacity that believe she is innocent. That heard her talking with the cherub and believed that she would not fall to it.
That's right.
Yeah. The public opinion, though, and the general opinion of most of the guards is that she is guilty of burning down the brothel.
Right. I will mention to the guard leading us, because I don't know if I could trust him with the information I have, and it's obvious I don't want to just blatantly show, hey, we know that Lord Blackadder is guilty of this and this and this, when it's him we're going to be telling it to. That just seems a little foolhardy. So I will ask if I can have a little privacy in order to freshen up, kind of get myself cleaned up, similarly to what Johan and Phoenix might be doing. Not drunk, but just cleaned up from the sewer, swimming.
Yes. The guard will kind of glance sideways at your apparel. It's been dragged through the sewers, through the mud, and he will say, "Yes, perhaps that would be a good idea." And he will lead the both of you to adjoining chambers in a hallway, and let you freshen up in there. Servants bring you clean clothes in the livery of the Blackadder family.
And the kind of side comments that are made out of earshot of anybody of importance are such that we want to try to find the dissenting people that don't agree with the general opinions, and we want to say that we might have evidence that you're correct.
Okay. Let's see. Adrian, in particular, you would have some idea of which direction Lady Blackadder's tower and chambers used to be in.
Yes.
Yes. From where you are now, it is actually a short distance away. Not very far at all. There's a knock on the door, and a chambermaid comes in with your cleaner garments, Adrian.
Yes.
Can I get you anything else, Miss Adrian?
I don't know. At this point, no. But I am trying to also just kind of size her up, see what her opinion might be. Oh, I know what to do. I'll just ask her outright. What do you think of Lord Blackadder's having taken over the city? Just a curious question.
Yeah, she will. She will give a kind of a sideways glance, kind of to herself, and say that Lord Blackadder is, of course, doing a very good job of maintaining order and prosperity in the town, madam.
Right. But your opinions?
I think the late Lady Blackadder was probably more shrewd of a politician.
I see. so I can't get anything out of her. So I won't push my luck.
Seems to be slightly inclined towards Lady Blackadder.
But does she appear like agitated and maybe saying the right thing because she's afraid of being overheard or something like this?
Yeah, it seems to be that way. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I touch onto that and I lower my voice to a hushed statement, and I say, well, there is evidence that he was behind her incarceration. There is some rumor I've heard floating around to this effect. What do you think of that?
Her face will light up with joy for a moment, and she will say, "Really, truly?"
And I will give a light nod and say, "Is there anyone else that you know of that would agree with you on this?" I mean, you seem to be fairly.
She will ponder tensely for a few moments, and then say that yes, she could probably trust a half dozen of the guards or so that would probably feel the same way, and several of the serving ladies.
Now, as an aside, do you think I am appearing trustworthy enough for her to be telling me this openly, like this?
She doesn't have very much perception herself, so I think she would. Yeah.
Okay. Because it's like if I were on Lord Blackadder's side and we're posing these questions just to entrap someone in dissent or whatever.
Right.
And I don't want to appear like that, but I'm just wondering if there should be some sort of charisma check that I need to make to convince people that I'm on their side.
Mm-hmm.
But if she's a fairly trusting sort in the first place, then that would be good. Well, I would very much appreciate being put in touch with these others that are of this opinion. Perhaps we can not necessarily do away with him, but see that that justice is served in this way.
Yes. Corvus, there is a knock on your door as another chambermaid brings in clothing for you to change into. She mentions that your appointment with Lord Blackadder is approaching, so you should be fairly quick in changing and getting cleaned and so forth.
Very well.
She sets down the clothing and leaves. There is a door joining your room and Adrian's room. It's closed. How do you? Quartz. know, guys, I'm kind of having a slowing of my brain at this point. Do we want to call it a good session here?
I thought we may as well.
I'm fine with that. I've been hearing periodic yawning and things as well, so. That helps, yeah. That helps make my point.
Oh, I do actually. Oops. I do actually have something to get to in 10 minutes, but let's quickly run through the end of session. Anybody fulfill any bonds this session?
No, but I think I made a new one with Corvus, and that he owes me for the rat incident, so he's got to buy me a drink, and he went off rather than pay for his drink, so that's a bond I expect fulfilled next session. It's him buying me a drink.
Okay, cool. Anybody else? Alright.
Don't think so.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember.
Well, something just hit me just right now. It was like Adrian seemed to have some deeper connection with the city's royalty, or at least mayorship, whatever. Might be. This could be useful to me.
Yeah, that's definitely a good assumption.
Corvus, you managed to get your spear enchanted. Was that a bond at some point?
That wasn't a bond, but
I'm thinking of changing Corvus's alignment from defeat a worthy opponent to something related to crafting magic items and reclaiming his ancestors' like. So.
Okay. I could see that being a an alignment thing. Yeah. Okay. Why don't you think about the wording of the alignment over the break then, and then we'll talk about it over the week or at the start of next session.
Rightio.
Alright. Okay. Did we learn anything new and important about the world? Well, you invaded the.
We learn of the existence of New Roma, and the fact that we are apparently members of the Whitesnake Brotherhood out of New Roma. And technically the rest of the group did learn about that, because they didn't know it existed until Phoenix went off on one and explained the history of New Roma.
This is true.
Yeah.
On a slightly more pragmatic level, we did infiltrate the Whitesnake Brotherhood and learn some stuff about them.
Yep. I would say that infiltrating and lurking around the Whitesnake camp was overcoming enemies. At least, you didn't completely blow your cover as far as them believing.
Our best effort.
Yeah. I don't think any memorable treasure though was looted this session. But
the disguises.
Yeah, a master level infiltrator disguise kit and a contract. That sounds like important loot to me.
Okay, cool. What is happening to the Nautilus?
I don't know.
Why is it crashing?
Burtock's off floating around and doing things.
I think they're trying to. I think they got trying to break out Lady Blackadder the phone way.
Oh, hey.
Oh dear.
Oh, I didn't. No. Okay.
What is happening?
I think somebody's messing with it.
Why are we having a Hindenburg here?
I don't know, but I like it.
I like it too. Okay,
Let's call that Plan B.
I hope it's plan F or something. I hope we have a few more plans before we immediately go to crash the blimp. Hope for the best.
Oh boy.
We were gonna make up a whole new letter before that becomes a plan.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's end the session. There's a massive roar that shakes the whole city as the Nautilus plows into.
Yeah, no, that just didn't happen at all.
Okay.
But
Okay, so 3 experience for everybody, plus failures, plus
various alignment things.
bonds and failures.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Nice.
All right.
Well, thanks for
Alright.
the game. See you in 2 weeks, fellas.
Sounds good.
Have a
Yeah,
good
see
one, mate. Bye for now, folks.
Take care.